Hi. Oh god. Hi everyone. I was hoping to create one more video before Halloween, and what else than one of the strangest, most obscure, and unsettling puppet shows to ever exist. This has haunted my dreams for some time, and I think it's finally time to talk about it. I have tried for so long to make sense of a television show that aired in Ireland during the early to mid-90s. The show is greatly mysterious, and watching what exists of it leaves me very confused and slightly disturbed. A show detailing the adventures of young human-like uncanny valley puppets, not seemingly aimed at children or adult audiences. A show that lives in great mystery, with no consistency within the tales of those who watched it. The show is called The Rimini Riddle.
Saucepan lids, a saucepan, spoons, broken glass. It looks like the house has been ransacked by lunatics.
At the top of this rolling pin, you'd better get lost. Aunt Vera.
Beginning as a public access show, and later being picked up by notable Irish television stations including RTE and Network 2, the show ran for 3 seasons and an astonishing 95 episodes. Out of this, only one partial episode, as well as 2 brief clips and an advertisement have seen the light of day. To go alongside this, those who watch the show give varying accounts to how the plot went. Initially watching the one partial episode available online, I assumed it didn't make sense since I was missing out on literally every single other episode. However, thankfully, a Facebook user named Maddie McMullen posted a programming report from RTE Online that featured descriptions and air dates for the majority of episodes, and they are even weirder than I had anticipated.
Never happened before, and I listened to that tape loads of times. You and I will die, ashes in the burning sky, burning, Oh!
So the general plot, here we go, consists of 3 orphans named Rory, Leo, and Ellen, who move into their Aunt Vera's guest house on the beach after their parents die. The guest house is known as the Rimini Guest House and has a mysterious painting on the wall of 2 little girls in Victorian garb on the beach. Ellen accidentally cracks the painting and is transported to the picture on the beach where she encounters the 2 girls and discovers that they had died by drowning. Ellen soon gets violently ill, and Rory and Leo must figure out a way for her to get well. They travel through the painting, and with the help of a fisherman, find a way to heal Ellen with a special potion. When they return to the real world, they leave some of the potion on the counter, which their Aunt Vera drinks, and becomes a baby, for multiple episodes. And if this plot isn't already wild enough, it gets even more weird. So, the 2 girls in the painting are named Edith and Minnie. Edith says that Minnie is evil and wants to return to the real world, while Minnie says that Edith is lying about her being evil. Edith ends up kidnapping Rory, and he is trapped in the painting with them for some time. However, the crabs on the beach in the painting help him escape with a magical apron. Weirdly enough, Edith puts a spell on the apron so Rory can't remove it, and Ellen and Leo travel through the painting to try to convince Edith to remove it. Then we get a new character named Septimus, who is a magical crab that lives in the painting. He helps free Rory of the apron. And that's only the first dozen episodes. But I feel like that's quite enough in the way of describing what happens in the show, as things do only get weirder and more convoluted from there. There is an evil love interest for Aunt Vera, and an otter named Otto who may be involved in the drowning of the girls in the painting. The only available episode concerns Rory being alone in the house and having some random guy breaking into the house in the middle of the night and making himself food in the kitchen. Then Rory's siblings come to the house to spook him, but he hears them and retaliates. In this brief 16-minute partial episode, it already feels like a wild fever dream. And it's true. The sheer amount of wild plot points and character arcs that continue into each episode have made the show known as a puppet soap opera, which I think is a very good explanation for it. As a child, I would have been terrified of this show, and as an adult, I am confused and want more. There is everything from murder to romance to mystery to comedy. Finding the show in its entirety would be a huge moment for the lost media community, and I would be all sorts of ready to attend a watch party of the show. There was a series of live shows at the Cork Opera House in 1996, so there must have been a big fan base wanting to see the characters live. A reviewer in 1996 felt that the plot falls lamely between the predictable and the fantastic. The action is almost static and the playing lethargic. So that live show definitely didn't catch on. A lot of individuals who recall watching the show that I could find online stated that the show either terrified them as a child or was one of their fondest memories. And I very much understand it. The design of the puppets are very human-like, and I could be wrong about this, but I think the characters of Edith and Minnie were played by human actors. This is a weird choice, and it makes the puppets look even more settling when beside the human characters. But the puppets do have very relaxing voices and fabulous fluffy hair which I would love to touch. The plot may seem a bit insane, but to a child, it could be a fun ride that would keep their attention due to all the twists and turns. It does appear that this show had a prominent place in Ireland during its run, and there is a comment on YouTube stating that one of the characters was used in a healthy eating video shown to elementary schools in the 90s. The usage of characters in pop culture make it even more mysterious as to why the show is nearly completely gone.
Admit that Brendan and Claudia have actually worked together before. Long before RTE fame beckoned, Brendan and Claudia both starred in a Swedish porn film called Hot Alpine Nights with the Lonely Shepherdess.
Don't be frightened. We've just come to ask you to play with us. Oh, Mimi, isn't she sweet? Don't you just adore her? I think we should do our test. What do you mean?
Vera, you've been through so much.
That's awful. It's just awful.
He's at a dangerous age, you know, Vera. It's an age when young boys can go to the bed.
Right, I see. Oh, we'll only use it at home. Oh, no one else will ever see it. It's just for us, Brendan. All right.
A few individuals have emailed RTE and have asked if they will either release or rerun the series, and their current response is no. Of course, there is still hope that everything will be released someday, as there is no mention that anything has been destroyed. It all just sits within the records of the television stations that originally aired the series. On a positive note, the behind-the-scenes photo with the cast and crew looked to be quite jovial, which is a stark contrast to the dark tones of the show. In my honest opinion, Rimini Riddle is a creepypasta come to life. However, I have a feeling that once the remaining episodes are found, the show as a whole will make more sense and could be a great watch. I am looking forward to this day, but until then, this will remain a piece of obscure puppet media. I hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously, I lost my voice a few days ago and it's just coming back, so I sound a tiny bit raspy. But November is my birthday month, and it appears it might be a busy one for me. I am thinking about dabbling in a script-free video, so if anyone has any suggestions on what type of video might be good for that, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.